High above the Baltic skies, a U.S. Air Force RC-135U reconnaissance plane, known as Combat Scent, has made headlines once again. This sleek, highly advanced aircraft was recently spotted circling near Russia's Kaliningrad exclave in a flight that lasted several hours before safely returning to its base in eastern England. Officially, it was a routine surveillance mission, but in today's tense geopolitical climate, very little about such flights feels routine. The RC-135U is no ordinary plane. It's one of America's most secretive and sophisticated intelligence-gathering aircraft. Its mission? To intercept and analyze enemy radar and communication systems in real time. Armed not with missiles but with cutting-edge sensors and antennas, the Combat Scent is designed to map out the electronic heartbeat of any adversary. And when it flies near Kaliningrad, a heavily fortified Russian military hub wedged between Poland and Lithuania, people pay attention. Kaliningrad isn't just another dot on the map. It's Russia's forward outpost in Europe, hosting radar arrays, missile systems, and electronic warfare units capable of tracking NATO movements across the continent. That's why NATO and the US routinely monitor the area to understand exactly what Russia is up to and how its defenses are evolving. But the timing of this particular flight couldn't be more sensitive. Just as the RC-135U took to the skies, Germany's Chancellor Friedrich Merz accused Russia of waging a hybrid war involving military pressure, cyber attacks, and disinformation campaigns aimed at destabilizing Europe. Meanwhile, reports emerged that Russian drones had violated NATO airspace over Poland, Romania, and Estonia, prompting NATO fighter jets to take action and even shoot down some of those drones. For the first time in years, several Eastern European nations have invoked Article 4 of the NATO treaty, calling for urgent consultations on the growing security threat from Moscow. Russia, on its part, seems to be preparing for what analysts describe as Phase 0 of a potential confrontation with NATO, reorganizing its military districts along the western border, expanding bases near Finland, and testing new electronic warfare tactics designed to confuse Western defenses. Against this backdrop, the U.S. deployment of the RC-135U sends a clear signal. Washington is watching, and NATO is not caught off guard. Intelligence gathered from flights like this is immediately shared among allies, helping coordinate defensive measures, track troop movements, and anticipate possible provocations. These missions are carefully calibrated, close enough to collect data, but just far enough to avoid violating Russian airspace. It's a delicate dance in the sky where one wrong move could have global consequences. Still, officials insist these flights are standard practice. They're essential for keeping NATO informed and maintaining the strategic balance. Yet experts also admit that each mission near Russian territory carries symbolic weight. It's a show of presence, a quiet reminder of power and vigilance. For Russia, the sight of a U.S. spy jet just outside its border is an unmistakable message that the alliance is alert and prepared. And for NATO, it's proof that the United States continues to back its allies at a time when deterrence and readiness are more critical than ever. As the world watches the Baltic skies, one question lingers. Was this just another intelligence operation, or a warning shot in an escalating geopolitical standoff? Either way, missions like the RC-135U flight near Kaliningrad underscore how fragile peace has become, and how easily routine surveillance can echo like a thunderclap in the storm of world affairs.